Living in Tampa, Florida, it's kind of wild right now. It's like dating someone way out of your league. Things are exciting, it can get expensive, and yeah, a tad unpredictable. And then there's the fact that the traffic on I-275 is just complete garbage. Cuban bread from La Laguna, it's kind of like a religion. And yes, there are people happily paying South Tampa home prices just to say they live near Armature Works. Tampa's a little unhinged. It's growing like crazy and it's got a vibe that's impossible to copy. But here's the thing, with all of this, Tampa still might be the best decision you'll ever make. So stick with me and I'll show you the good, the bad, and why Tampa's still one of the boldest moves you can make. You know what's funny? I've had friends visit Tampa who were blown away, not by the beaches or the big attractions, but by how different each pocket of the city felt. I've also had people visit expecting some brand new city, and well, it's not that either. Tampa's this perfect blend of old school grit meets new school hustle, and some things are great and some things are gonna drive you nuts. That's Tampa. It's messy, it's fun, and it's constantly changing. And the first thing you gotta know, your whole lifestyle here, it depends on the neighborhood you'd pick. So here's the secret about Tampa. You don't just move to Tampa, you move to a vibe. The city's like a playlist, and each neighborhood, it's got its own track. You hit shuffle and suddenly you're in a completely different world. So Seminole Heights, think tattooed chefs, breweries, and old warehouses, and creaky bungalows where the AC fights for its life, but people happily pay $500,000 for it because it comes with backyard chickens and bragging rights. Now, downtown in the Channel District, whole different energy. New towers everywhere, Publix green-wise downstairs, rooftop lounges that feel more like Miami than Tampa. You can order sushi at midnight and still hear the port cranes in the distance. South Tampa? Well, that's where the boat culture meets luxury. Davis Islands with golf carts and waterfront homes. Palmacia estates with lawns manicured like it's Augusta, and prices that make you double check if they accidentally added an extra zero. And if you're after space insanity, well, you're looking at Wesley Chapel, Apollo Beach, or Parrish. New builds, bigger yards, cul-de-sacs where kids ride scooters, and HOAs that debate mailbox colors like it's national security. So yeah, your lifestyle in Tampa isn't the city, it's the neighborhood you pick. And that choice changes everything. And listen, if you're sitting there already thinking the problem is figuring out exactly what area is gonna fit your vibe best, well, that's exactly what we do. Finding the right fit here isn't about luck, it's about having someone who knows the turf, and we help people just like you find your Tampa fit every single week. So when you're ready to make the move, we want you to reach out. Our info's on the screen below and down in the description. Now let's go ahead and talk about the part nobody loves, affordability. Tampa Secret's officially out, and the prices prove it. A bungalow in Seminole Heights that sold for $280,000 back in 2016, well, today it's flirting with $550,000, and that's if you don't mind the original flimsy double-hung sash windows. South Tampa? Forget about it. You'll see teardowns listed over $1 million just for the dirt. And rents, well, they're not much better. A one-bedroom near Water Street or the Riverwalk can easily run you $2,300 plus a month, and that's before you add in the parking. Well, insurance, that's skyrocketed, especially if you're anywhere near a flood zone. Some buyers joke that their mortgage payment's not the problem, it's the homeowner's insurance that makes them sweat. But it's not all sticker shock though. Some neighborhoods are still sleeper hits. You can't find relative value in places like Carrollwood, Wesley Chapel, and even parts of Lutz and Trinity. You just get more house, more yard, and you don't need to sell an organ to afford it. So yeah, Tampa's not the bargain it once was, but if you know where to look, there's still wins to be had. Now here's where Tampa starts to flip the script. The city is transforming right in front of us, block by block, and you can't look away. Water Street, I was on a date the other night with my wife, and it looks like a whole different city now. Luxury towers, restaurants, and spots that used to be parking lots are now Instagram backdrops. And the Riverwalk, well, that went from nothing to Tampa's main attraction overnight, and it's not done yet because it's getting extended as we speak. Then there's West Shore Marina. It's turning into a waterfront playground with brand new condos and boat slips that'll probably sell out before the paint dries. It's not just buildings either. Tampa's job market is popping, tech startups setting up shop, healthcare expanding, and Tampa General basically building its own little empire on Davis Island. Add in world-class airport that makes leaving or visiting easy, and people are realizing this isn't just a vacation spot, it's a hub. If you're thinking long-term, Tampa's not slowing down, it's a city in motion, and the real opportunity, that's just beginning. And now it's time to rip the Band-Aid off. Let's go ahead and get into the traffic, because if nonstop sunning at the beach doesn't age you, sitting on I-275 at 5 p.m. definitely will. Picture this. You're cruising from Wesley Chapel to downtown. In theory, it's a 30-minute drive. In reality, you'll have enough time to listen to a podcast, finish it, and question all your life choices before you hit Channelside. Now, public transit is practically non-existent. We've got a streetcar that's fun if you're bar hopping from Ybor to Water Street, but it's not getting you to work in West Shore. Around here, your car's more important than your Netflix password. And forget the bridges. Tampa drivers know this Howard Franklin or Gandhi at rush hour is basically a game of survival mixed with patience training. So yeah, traffic's a con, but here's the bright side. Tampa folks make the best of it. Podcasts, playlists, even catching up with friends on hands-free. If you're gonna sit in traffic, at least you can be productive with palm trees in the rear view. And on a more serious note though, Tampa is pouring a ton of resources into building up our transportation and infrastructure, but only time will tell when it all comes together and if they actually help. Now let's talk about what gives Tampa its heartbeat, the culture. You can't separate Tampa from its Cuban roots. Ybor City still rolls cigars by hand, and La Segunda Bakery cranks out Cuban bread like it's a sacred duty. And trust me, order a Cuban sandwich in Tampa, and then pretty much anywhere else, and you'll understand real quick why ours is the standard. But it's not just history, it's events, it's food and pride. Gasparilla, that's Mardi Gras with pirates. The Michelin Guide, that's where Tampa flexes its foodie game, while longtime locals really know that the hole in the walls still hold the city's best eats. And the Riverwalk, families, joggers, and tourists, all in one place watching the sunset behind the skyline. Sports, Lightning fans will scream "Go Bolts" year-round. Bucks fans still tailgate like we're headed back to the Super Bowl. And don't forget about the Rays, because baseball energy is still real. Bottom line, Tampa's personality goes way beyond beaches and boating. Its flavor, its pride, its quirks. And it's the kind of identity that hooks people for life. And while we're here, I wanna know your favorite Tampa experience. Doesn't matter if you're a local or just visited Tampa, I wanna know your favorite Tampa experience, so let me know down in the comments. Now, we can't talk about living in Tampa without mentioning storms. Around here, September doesn't mean fall, it means hurricane season is here, so let's go ahead and stock up on sandbags and beer. And if you're anywhere near the shore or coastline, you'll want to know your flood zone before you fall in love with a house. Insurance? Yeah, that's climbed big time the last few years. I've had buyers who were totally fine with the mortgage, but the insurance quote nearly made them choke. Notice I said locals are more interested in knowing their insurance premium and not actually that worried about the storm, because here's the truth. Locals don't panic, we prep. We've got sandbags, gas grills, generators, and a sense of humor about it. Storms roll in, we hunker down, and usually by the next weekend, we're back at the beach or at brunch like nothing really happened. Heck, we even throw hurricane parties with neighbors and friends. Lightning round, Tampa truths that only locals know. Summer rain, it's a little schizophrenic. It will pour like a monsoon for an hour, then it's all sunny and pretty the next. And more than one occasion, I've actually seen it raining in the backyard and in the front, nothing. The Columbia restaurant in Ybor. Order the 1905 salad. It's said to be the cure for most emotional damage, and yes, they mix it at the table like it's some kind of performance art. Locals will defend their Publix like it's a sports team. Everyone has a favorite location, it's just a thing. And you just know that there is a chance crossing the Howard Franklin Bridge could absolutely ruin your entire evening. And for the record, it's Howard Franklin with a D. Now, you swear by Burns Steakhouse, even though you haven't been in 4 years because of the wait list. Just go ahead and book it and wait, or enjoy Charlie's Steakhouse because we all know that they have the best steak anyhow. Snowbirds, go ahead and drive in the right lane. The left lane, that's the NASCAR lane. And if somebody ever invites you to a Gasparilla on a boat, just know it's a full day commitment and nothing will be the same after. Now, this is gonna be for you locals. If you've lived in Tampa for 10 plus years, you know this place has changed fast. Like, blink and you missed it fast. West Tampa, the shotgun houses and old cigar factories are getting flipped into Airbnbs and coffee shops. Ybor used to be dive bars and late night chaos, and it still is, but get ready for a revamped version in the next 10 years. Think boutique hotels, Italian markets, rooftop sushi, and $15 cocktails mixed in while you still have some of the old staples like Gaspar's Grotto. Even Seminole Heights was once the spot for cheap rent and funky charm. Well, it's now ground zero for $500,000 bungalows and Michelin-mentioned restaurants. Some locals, they're cashing out, selling in South Tampa and heading into Carrollwood, or even further, heading to places like Brooksville or Hernando, where you get land, peace, and way lower taxes. Others, they're hanging tight, watching their neighborhoods transform and remembering when you could park at High Park Village without circling for 20 minutes. So yeah, Tampa's growth is exciting, but it's personal too. For long-timers, it's not just about cranes and condos, it's about watching your city evolve for better or for worse right in front of you, and you have the choice to run for the hills or embrace the change and soak it all in. So here's the deal. Living in Tampa, Florida right now, it's a ride. You've got neighborhoods with their own personality playlists, prices that'll make you double take, a skyline changing every month, and traffic that'll test your patience. But you've also got culture you won't find anywhere else, a food scene that keeps surprising people, and a city that's not slowing down anytime soon. Tampa's not perfect, it's not polished, and honestly, that's why people love it. If you want cookie cutter predictability, you'll struggle here. But if you want bold, messy, proud, and constantly evolving, you might just find yourself calling the 813 home. And if you're sitting there wondering, where would I even fit in Tampa? That's exactly what my team and I help people figure out every single day. Whether you're relocating, selling, or just curious, reach out. We'd love to help you land in the right spot. We want to be your local real estate team of choice. Our info is on the screen and in the description below. And hey, don't stop here. Check out my playlist on Tampa neighborhoods and what it's really like to live in Tampa for a deeper dive. There is so much to know, so go ahead and binge watch, and I'll catch you on the next one. Woo!